Hey, what's up everybody? This is Elite Director back with a brand new video. I just wanted to record this quick video. Just taking a morning walk really early here in Montreal, 5 o'clock in the morning. The reason for my video today, I hope you guys can see me. The reason for my video today is because I decided to record a quick video for a couple of people, who reached out to me via YouTube and they wanted to get some information, some clarity in reference to a couple of things. So let's talk. The first thing we want to talk about is, what are some of the things that you can do when there's old accounts that are constantly appearing on your file. Old accounts that are coming back, old accounts that are essentially, limiting your ability to borrow, you're limiting your ability to go out there and extend yourself some credit through different vendors and creditors, and of course ultimately give you the ability, for example, to get underwritten for a mortgage, and that's the only thing holding you back. And there are also a couple of instances we're talking about collection accounts, so we're going to get some clarity on that today. All right, so first things first. What you want to do is, if you see old accounts, you got to look at the report. You got to see the date that it first reported. It's going to be there, and from that perspective, what you got to do is you got to see whether or not it's more than, let's say, 7 years. Sometimes, if it's more than 10 years. And typically, information doesn't stay on the file for more than 7 years, unless otherwise public records, or some instances, court records and stuff like that. So if that's the case, and you see that for a fact it's there for, more than 7 years, more than 10 years, what you got to do is you got to basically look at that information, send it to the credit reporting agencies and say, look, hey, this item right here, highlight it, of course, write a letter, customize your letter. Don't take no template, because you're going to get a generic response. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you exactly how to write your letter, okay? What you got to do is you got to write the letter in a way that it's very custom, okay? So you got to circle that information, highlight it, say, look, here's the exact information. Highlight the section where it says the date of reporting. Highlight that section and put it down, and right below it, based on the above referenced information with this alleged account number, you got to put the word alleged in there, because of course you're going to challenge it, right? So based on the above referenced alleged information, the data is incorrect. And not only that, you guys are way past the date of reporting, because typically on the credit reporting, you can't have an item more than 7 years, specifically given that it's not a public record. And I see it here for more than X amount of years, or whatever amount of time it's been there for. So that's the first step. Second step, right? You gotta tell them, look, with that said, you gotta remove it, or you're basically violating the FCRA, and you're not compliant. You're not complying with the OSCAR, okay? You're not complying with Metro 2 format. Metro 2 format, very important. That's the new standard of reporting, so it's got to be used. So you're not complying with Metro 2 format, and I'm gonna go ahead and challenge this item, okay? So that's all it is. Super simple. It's just the date is way off, right? Like, it's reporting beyond its limited date. So I don't know why people are having a hard time writing up that letter. And sometimes you're going to get generic responses. But if you do, okay, assuming that you do get a generic response, what's the next step? What do you do? Do you give up? Do you hire a credit repair company? Or do you contact me? Okay? So I'm going to leave you at that. To me, I think the best thing is, if you're not having success with what I just described to you, if you're not having success with any of that, reach out to me. talk@bestcreditresources.com. A lot of people ask me, what's your price, Ali? I don't see your price on your website. You don't mention it. I don't, for two reasons. I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all. A lot of people do. I had a standard pricing before. It ranged from $600 to $1,200 sometimes. $10,000. A lot of people say, well, that's a very expensive credit repair process. Yes, that's true, it is. But I was thinking of solving a problem in a very dire situation, right? Depends on urgency, depends on my time. And that's not the only business I have. I do a lot of other things. But when I get to work, I get to work. Okay? So it's not a one size fits all. A person can have 300 derogatories and another person could have 6. And it's not just dealing with the credit bureaus. Always remember that. You got a whole lot of other information that I got to take a look at and make sure that the result is permanent. Right? And it takes a little bit of coaching. But I got to guide you on what to do, the next steps after that, so that you're able to keep consistency with a positive report. And of course, give you some of the alternatives on what to do if you're not getting the outcome that you're looking for. So, still, if you're having issues, again, talk at bestcreditresources.com. But if you follow the steps I've given you for items that are beyond their date for reporting, once again, snapshot that if you have online credit reporting, or highlight it and put that date, highlight that date, put it on a Word document right below it, right, based on the alleged information above and the account above, I am challenging and disputing the compliance of this item. A, it's way past this date of reporting, typically 7 years. As you can tell by that date, it's this date, write it down. And B, you're non-compliant with the FCRA, EOSCAR, and the Metro 2 format, which certifies the item to be accurate. But in this case, it clearly is not. And if you still have no success, I'm available for you. So I hope this information helps you guys out. This is Alito Raftar, your guide and mentor. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.